Ladies, gentlemen, boys, and girls, baseball fans of all ages, hello and welcome to West Bridgewater Middle High School for today's MIAA Division IV South semifinal between the Abington Green Wave and the West Bridgewater Wildcats. As always, I'm Mad Dog Matt Nelson. Pleasure to be joined alongside the one, the only Sean Riley for today's game. Sean?
Welcome, sports fans.
It's been an impressive run so far. We don't know much about West Bridgewater. They only have 6 regular season games to sample from. But they've put together a strong resume as the number 1 seed in the bracket.
They always get into the playoffs. Out of their 6 games they had in the season, 5 of them were in the Mayflower Conference, and they beat their opponents by a total score of 71-6. But it's always that quality of play question. You know, how good is the league you're playing in? Abington, of course, plays in a very strong league. Polito's up at bat right now. Fouls one back to start the game.
Well, let us run through the rest of the Green Wave lineup. John Polito leading off. Ryan Tobin is batting second. Aaron Siegel hits third. Matt McGuire is the cleanup batter. Spencer Merrick bats fifth. Aiden O'Donnell hitting sixth. Stephen Madden is batting seventh. Eddie Riley bats eighth. And Shea McClellan, the designated hitter, is hitting ninth. The Wildcat defense, John Dragonetti doing the pitching. Kurt Heath is the catcher. At first base, Paul McCafferty. The second baseman is Will Mader. The shortstop, Nathan Raza. Third baseman, Drew Rafel. Left to right across the outfield, Joey LeClaire, Landon Crowley, and Connor Murphy.
As you can tell from the camera, we are out in right center field.
Grounded to second. The throw to first is in time for the out. One away.
Mader, the second baseman, made that look relatively routine. Bring up Ryan Tobin, the number 2 batter for the Green Wave.
Tobin went 0 for 2 last game. He was also hit by a pitch and walked. The 4-2 victory over Seekonk on Wednesday.
Dragonetti on the mound's got a pretty good bender. He showed that on the first pitch. Strike called for the second pitch. Just to recap, Abington got here with a bye in the preliminary round and beat Bishop Connolly pretty handily 22-0. And then beat Seekonk 4-2 in the last game. It was really a 4-0 game to the last inning. Good swing by Tobin. And West Bridgewater got here again with a bye, has the number 1 seed in the preliminary round. They beat Archbishop Williams 2-1 in the last inning. Kind of a fluke play. Some good base running. Good high fly.
Getting under it was Murphy, and that is the second out of the inning.
Good cut by Tobin.
Big Aaron Siegel started this playoff run, Sean, by hitting for the cycle in the Green Wave's first round matchup against Bishop Connolly. He hits a rising pop-up about a mile in the air. Drifting in is Murphy, and he makes the catch against the sunlight to retire the side. 1-2-3 in order to go the Green Wave in the top of the first. To the bottom half we go.
Good to see all 3 batters, though, getting wood on the ball right now. Dragonetti is a very good pitcher. He's their stud pitcher. And just to follow up where I left off, after West Bridgewater beat Archbishop Williams in the first round, they took on Mashpee 2 days ago and beat them 3-1. But Mashpee had loaded the bases 3 times.
3 times.
Couldn't push a run across. So it had to be frustrating. But it also kind of hopefully tells me that by loading the bases 3 times, that they're either hitting the ball against the Wildcats or getting walks or whatever. So the Green Wave hopefully will do much of the same, get the base runners on and keep them moving.
The winner of this game will move on to play the winner of Cohasset and St. John Paul. That game happening concurrently to this one. We've seen Cohasset numerous times already this year. 1-1 against them overall this season. St. John Paul we have not seen, but both of these teams got here by virtue of a couple of blowout wins. St. John Paul beat Monomoy 9-0 in the first round and beat Hull 6-1 in the quarterfinals. Meanwhile, Cohasset started off in the preliminary round, they're the only team in the Final Four that did not have a bye in the prelims. They beat Millis 5-2. Then they beat Sturgis Charter East 4-2, and that one went into extra innings before beating Upper Cape Cod 5-2 on Wednesday. That game currently scheduled for 4 p.m. on Monday afternoon.
Either in Abington or at Mass Maritime. Well, if Abington wins, that's assuming they win this game, they would, if
St. John Paul
wins, we would play at their field at Mass Maritime.
Yes.
If Cohasset wins, Cohasset will travel to Abington on Monday.
For the third time this year.
Yeah. And South Shore League very well represented. They had 4 teams in the brackets. And early picks in the brackets by the Brockton Enterprise and Ledger had Abington as the best bet to go through the bracket on top, and Cohasset right behind them. So it may come to fruition, let's hope. So here we are in the middle of the first inning. Stephen Madden going to be on the mound throwing the nugget for the Green Wave today. Madden, a freshman. Very nervous mother here in attendance. And a real good crowd of people left and right. Who's our cameraman today?
Abington High School football player Liam Murphy, Abington Cam intern, manning the camera today.
Can you get a shot?
Very large crowd.
Take a shot of some of these Abington mugs that are joining us. We are out in right field, right center field. And technically, everyone you see sitting right now is in the field of play. There's a wooden guardrail.
Yes, there's a guardrail that is the marker for the home run. Now, there's a hill between us and the outfield, and not to mention we're standing on concrete right now. But we are technically in the field of play. So if at any point someone hits an absolute bomb out here, you might hear a couple of microphones hitting the ground because we're hitting the deck.
Joe Leclerc's going to lead it off when the time comes. The left fielder for the Wildcats. Leclerc is a junior. And then the number 2 batter will be their catcher, Kurt Heath. Heath is a sophomore, and then Crowley, who's a center fielder, a senior, will be the number 3 batter to start off the batting for the Wildcats.
Steve Madden actually started on Monday afternoon. And then it was by committee to try to preserve the pitchers for the later stages of this playoff run. Aiden O'Donnell went complete game on Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah, he did a great job. O'Donnell really has been that, it was Cristoforo is kind of the number 1 pitcher, and O'Donnell's number 2. O'Donnell's obviously stepped up in the number 1 position, but, not only throwing strikes, but getting a lot of innings in there and trying to be real effective. That's what I mentioned earlier when the game, the last game was a 4-2 game. Yeah, it was Seacon. It was 4-0 going into the last inning, and it was like just a little ragtag single here and then a bobble over there. He had to throw a couple extra pitches to end the game, but he did a great game start to finish. And Madden is throwing some good heat off the mound right now for the Green Wave. He's got a good changeup, got a good curveball. We get the heebie-jeebies out early for all these guys.
The Green Wave defense, Matt McGuire is at first base, Eddie Riley at second. The shortstop is John Polito. Aaron Siegel is manning the hot corner at third today, left to right across the outfield. Jack Clifford, Ryan Tobin, and Aiden O'Donnell. Spencer Merrick doing the catching for Stephen Madden.
Merrick, all-star, all-scholastic as a sophomore. Well-deserved, probably the best catcher in the South Shore League, and he's only a sophomore, so we've got 2 more good years of Merrick behind the plate.
Not to mention, he's also the backstop of the hockey team and does a phenomenal job on the ice as well. I said, one day after a game, I said, Spence, what do you like better? Do you like baseball or do you like hockey? Be honest. If you have to choose one to play in college, which one are you picking? And he goes, honestly, it depends what time of year it is. If it's hot outside, I'm playing baseball. If it's cold out, I'm on the ice.
Madden opens up with 2 strikes, both looking.
Joey LeClaire, the left fielder. Kurt Heath is on deck. 0-2 from
Strike
Merrick,
three.
swing and a miss, strike 3.
On 3 pitches.
Well, Kurt Heath will step in now. Landon Crowley bats third. John Dragonetti, the pitcher, is the cleanup hitter today. Nathan Raza bats fifth. Connor Murphy is hitting sixth. Paul McCafferty is batting seventh. Will Mader hits eighth. And Drew Rafel is hitting ninth.
4 strikes in a row by Madden. Madden pitching from the stretch, where he's most comfortable. Got the lefty batter up.
The interesting thing, Sean, today is going to be, it was about 72 degrees at first pitch, and it is very quickly rising.
As that sun starts peeking from the clouds, you can feel it really heating up here. Interesting to see how that sun and the cloud mix is going to affect the outfielders. We're looking at it from a right center field view, and it's a little difficult looking up into that sun.
Time asked for and granted to Heath.
We've got to do our best to follow the balls and strikes because it's not kept track of on the scoreboard. So we'll do our best, and we'll apologize in advance if we either don't have it or misspeak.
That one gets away. It's ball 4.
No, I think it hit him.
Took a very interesting bounce to the backstop. Might have gone off the top of his foot.
I think so. Not a lot of effort to get out of the way there, but that'll bring up Landon Crowley, the center fielder, with 1 out.
Infield is just a bit muddy. I was given the rundown of all of the cleanup efforts today. They started at 6 a.m. this morning, trying to get all the water off the field. 50 bags of quick dry was used on this diamond today. It's still a bit muddy.
Expressed desire by the Wildcats to push off this game, so they could have given their pitchers another day of rest. But Abington was pretty adamant that they needed it and wanted to play today. And yeah, kudos to the ground crew getting it ready. Didn't have a lot of rain last night, but it is nice, a good playing surface now.
The only real areas of concern would be right around the bases themselves.
Yeah.
But as it gets hotter, that moisture, I'm sure, is going to be gone, and we'll be in a dust storm by the end of this game.
Strike thrown. He's trying to get a decent lead, but McGuire doing a good job holding him, the tall first baseman. He'll be going to WPI next year to play hoops for the Engineers. He's going.
Curveball is lined into right field. O'Donnell will pick it up. LeClaire is heading for third.
He'll be safe at third. Aaron's got to watch the runner at first. So a single. Riley vacated the spot to cover the bag, but truthfully, I'm not sure he would have got that even if he was still there because it was just high enough to go over the head. But Crowley
hard slicing. So here is John Dragonetti.
Good throw by O'Donnell coming out of right field.
We'll see how long Crowley's on first base. Just one away here in the bottom of the first.
Just made an appeal play at second, saying that Heath may have missed second on the turn, but he was ruled safe. So first and third, Merrick sends signals to his infielders. 1 out, bottom of the first, no score. Dragonetti left-handed batter up.
Heater comes across, good for strike 1 right down Broadway.
Madden doing a good job keeping him low at the knees. Throwing a lot of strikes.
This one chopped down the third base to Polito at short. The throw to first is in time for the out, but a run will score. And Crowley moves up to second. So fielder's choice sacrifice grounder for Dragonetti.
Well, 6-3. Runner left on second now. 2 outs. Raza now up in the box. Little bender. Stays a little bit too high. Raza's their shortstop, also one of their pitchers. Got a pretty good arm, as most shortstops do naturally.
Riley keeping Crowley close to the bag. The
Oh,
curve
bender.
from Madden comes in just a bit low.
Crowley trying to get a lead off a second. Comes in a little high. Nice curveball.
It's got a lot of motion on it. He's
Yeah.
just trying to find the zone on the end of it.
2 outs. Oh, it's
This one in the dirt. A great block by Merrick to prevent Crowley from moving up. And Raza on has a base on balls. That, of course, will turn the force back on for Connor Murphy, the play to any base. We've seen that a little bit by Madden so far this year. Once he gets comfortable out there, he really lights it up.
Ooh, that was a strike earlier in the inning. Ball 1. Murphy's a senior right fielder for the Wildcats. And the 6th batter of the inning. 1 run in, 2 outs.
This one is grounded down the first base line. Madden picks it up, flips to McGuire at first in time for the out, and that will retire the side. But the Wildcats strike once, and they lead it heading to the top of the second. 1-0 in the Division 4 South MIAA South Sectional Semifinal.
1 hit, 1 run. And the Green Wave will be coming up in the top of the second. Matt McGuire, Spencer Merrick, O'Donnell will be the first 3.
The only change, I know Coach Paraxlis is a creature of habit. Usually likes to go with the exact same lineup. Everybody plays the same positions, same spot in the lineup unless something calls for change. Obviously, the biggest thing to happen that forced a change was the injury to Brady Cristoforo,
Right.
who has been at every single game since he went out injured.
Yeah, with a souped-up wheelchair and everything.
Oh, he's got the sick rims on it, the Green Wave rims. But the only change today is Shea McClellan is the designated hitter. He is batting in place of Jack Clifford, who had a bit of a rough go of it his last couple of games. He's trying to spark a little bit more offense out of the bottom part of the Green Wave order. Of course, Coach Paraxlis' 2 sons, Tyler and Steve, have been in attendance for most of the playoff run.
All 3 of them, Coach and the 2 sons, played for the Green Wave. Coach Paraxlis was a class of 81. He was a pretty dynamite center fielder for the Green Wave. I was fortunate to play on the team. I was a year younger than him. And, Steve was a good player and a very successful coach here for the Green Wave. Of course, his son, Steve Paraxlis, went to play pro ball as a pitcher. Also, his team won the state championship for the Green Wave in 2009. I'm wearing the shirt from that state championship game. Trying to get a little mojo going. McGuire steps into the box.
We know it's McGuire because the chant from the Abington bench is Basketball Jones.
That Haggerty kid gets him going. Apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Big
This
time.
one is popped up foul into the trees behind the backstop.
Ah, I just noticed that. Those pop-ups, you lose the ball. There's no shagging the ball there.
1-1 to McGuire. That curve comes in in the dirt. There's a little bit of a discussion.
Yeah.
Oh, McGuire says it hit his foot, and the umpire says, no, it didn't.
I don't know why Matt would really kind of make that up, but we've already seen it happen in the previous inning.
Ball 3 on the curveball to the backstop.
Catcher had a little problem soaking it up there. Kurt Heath is the catcher. Sophomore.
Pitch from Dragonetti, swing and a miss at strike 2.
McGuire now a lefty batter for the Green Wave.
That is ball 4 high.
Good job by McGuire. Making them throw pitches too, which is good. Every team's on a pitch count. Every pitcher's on a pitch count.
McGuire, the first base runner for Abington today. And while in steps Spencer Merrick, who went 0 for 3 last time, but 2 of those were flyouts to absolute dead center.
Yeah.
Probably went about 315, 325 feet. Ooh. The pickoff move to first is high. McGuire dives back in safely. It's about 2 inches from going out of play.
And McCafferty did a good job going up to get that one.
Another pickoff move. McGuire was only 3 or 4 feet off the bag, so.
Like they're nervous about that 6'5" McGuire on first base with the apparent speed threat. Oh, big shot.
Here's one to left center field. It will two-hop the center fielder. McGuire turns for third. And Merrick, meanwhile, caught in no man's land between first and second. Nobody covering first, so he is able to trot back safely.
There's another example of Spencer just getting great wood on the ball, or aluminum on the ball. He has been stroking the ball. That one fell in the gap there. Almost had a shot to go to second, but I think probably playing it safe early in the game. First and second, no out. Sorry, first and third, no out.
Runners on the corners for Aiden O'Donnell. Manning right field for the Green Wave today.
So again, other than McGuire's walk, all 4 batters, the other 4 batters for the Green Wave have all put a bat on the ball, which is a good sign early in the game. This Dragonetti is known to, get a couple of Ks, a handful of Ks every game. But thus far, the Green Wave have risen to the occasion. Like to knock a few ducks off the pond right now.
Of course, the magic number to watch is 115. The pitch to O'Donnell comes in high and inside. If Dragonetti, or for that matter, Stephen Madden, throws 115 pitches, that would be their last batter when they throw that 115.
The Green Wave put a hit and run on it. Yeah. Oh, good
Here's a shot out to right center field.
Gonna drop.
It's in there for a base hit.
McGuire
O'Donnell
scored.
turning for second. The throw might be close, and it's off the line. O'Donnell has a RBI double. Merrick held at third. And we have a tie ball game.
That's right. Second and third, no outs. Stevie Madden's gonna get into the batter's box. Eddie Riley on deck. Like to see this early in the game, moving the base runners around.
Stephen Madden, another guy who, as you've talked about, has put phenomenal amounts of force behind his swings this year, especially last game. He had 2 very long singles. He was also hit by a pitch, 2 for 2 overall last game against Seekonk.
Coach Outerbridge at the mound right now talking to his senior hurler, Dragonetti, because I don't want to be a homer, but I'm not sure that Dragonetti is used to getting peppered a little bit this early in the game in some of the previous games.
Dragonetti might be getting a little bit rattled out there, as the bottom part of the order has now hit 2 gap shots on him.
And pretty good ropes, too. So.
This field's similar to the Tom Graham Diamond in that it has a very, very long outfield. There is technically a fence here, unlike over at Memorial Field. Madden hits this one to center, and it's an E4. Merrick held it third, so the base is now juiced with no outs.
Eddie Riley will step up, the second baseman, wearing number 15. The infield moves in on the grass. Riley will do his best to get something into the outfield.
So it is Merrick on third, O'Donnell on second, Madden on first. Eddie Riley is at the plate.
Good cut.
Fouled off to the backstop.
Since he's talked to his coach, I think he was telling him, throw the heat, get in the groove, see if you can get back into the game.
You gotta nail down the fastball before you start trying to mix in anything else.
Right.
Dragon Eddie working from the windup.
Good cut. 0-2 with no outs. Bases loaded. Top of the second. It's a 1-1 game. Division 4 South semifinal.
The 0-2. Curveball is chopped to short. The throw home is not in time. He was under the tag.
He's safe. They're saying he wasn't even on the plate.
The umpire was standing right over there looking at the feet of the catcher, and the umpire says that
now they're having a meeting of the umpires.
He was safe. Of course, semi-AA playoffs, there are 3 umpires, but no one had a better look at it than the home plate umpire, who was standing 1 foot away.
But now he's out. Now he's out. Which Coach Paraxis will vehemently object to.
So 1 away. 6-2 on the putout. O'Donnell moves to third, Madden to second, and Riley takes first on the fielder's choice.
They reset again with bases loaded. McClellan up now. Number 9 batter.
Fastball is upper part of the inside part of the zone. Strike 1. John Polito, the top of the order, is on deck. This one low and away. The count evens at 1-1.
McClellan's a junior for the Green Wave. Reaches for
this
that
one chopped up
trouble.
to the pitcher. Dragonetti one-hands it, and
well, he's safe because he dropped it.
O'Donnell's safe.
2 collisions at home plate.
And they're going to meet again.
Fans are yelling that he's got a slide.
And that's, I don't know if they come back and call interference on that.
So what was the call?
I believe they're calling him safe, because now we've got an argument from West Bridgewater's coach.
So a fielder's choice. Well, actually, it's not even a fielder's choice because he was safe at home.
In any case, Madden's standing on third, Riley's on second.
Merrick scored.
McClellan takes first.
O'Donnell scored. No, jeez.
O'Donnell crossed the plate, but we're still waiting on the official call. The scoreboard has not. The scoreboard's still reading 1-1.
McClellan's at first. Riley's at second. Madden's at third. We believe it's a 2-1 game with 1 out. Either that, it's a 1-1 game with 2 outs. Good swing by Polito.
Polito grounded to second base his first time up. Jumps out of this one. Ball one, 1 ball, 1 strike to JP.
Well, scoreboard still shows 1-1. So is he out? So it's 2 outs. We're getting the official scoring from the fans. And he was called out again.
Polito looks at a curveball over the outside corner.
We've got 2 plays at home here after scoring the initial run.
The 2 players that were initially called safe.
That's right. And then reversed due to collisions. They're going.
And it's ball 4. Well, that one's for sure. Madden crosses the plate. So it is 2-1 Abington. The scoreboard did reflect that, so I'm imagining that the call on O'Donnell was interference.
Yep.
Two-1 Green Wave on top.
Riley now at third. McClellan on second.
Ryan Tobin flew out to deep right. This one popped up down the third base line, and it will go out of play. Big swing and a miss, and that is strike 3. That will end the inning. But the Green Wave answer, they get 2, could have been 4, anywhere in between. It's 2-1 in the middle of the second inning. Abington on top will head to the bottom half of the frame. Paul McCafferty will lead off. Will Mater is due up second. Drew Rafel is due up third. The 7, 8, 9 hitters in the Wildcat lineup.
And well, I think we sent 8 batters to the plate there in the second inning, so that means Dragon Eddie was throwing a lot of pitches early.
And a couple of those guys walked.
So that may help us later if they have to switch it up earlier than they want to. Always a game of chess here. Like if you think you're going to go to the next game, the next round, you got to think about who your pitcher's going to be. Do you save some pitches? Obviously if you're ahead by 5 to 6 runs late in the game, you take your starter out. Hope retain some of his ability to throw.
Well, the other thing is you got to mix in the pitch counts. If the Green Wave are up 5 or 6 runs in the 7th inning, and Madden's already thrown north of 75 pitches, he's got to rest the 4 days regardless.
Yeah.
So you might as well leave him in at that point. Whereas if he's right, so the 75 pitches is the northern end of that threshold. If it's 75 to 114, you have to rest for 3 days. If it's more than 100 or 115 or over, you got to rest for, I think it's not. I don't think it's 72 hours because it goes by hours.
Yeah, and with the schedule of the next game being Monday.
Just 2 days off. O'Donnell, who went Wednesday, would have plenty of rest before then. The plan would be to start Aiden O'Donnell on Monday if the Green Wave are victorious today.
So McCafferty, the first baseman, number 9, is going to lead off with Mater and Rafael. Going to be number 2 and 3 batter. 2-1 Green Wave lead here in the bottom of the second. Neither team wasting time. Abington coaches are going to talk with the home plate ump about that which we do not know.
I want to thank you for watching this stream and every stream that we've provided through this crazy, hectic school year. It's been an absolute blast. YouTube.com/AbingtonCam02351/live. That's the place to go all year long for all the different live streams, whether it's sports or town meeting or any different number of things. If you miss one of our live broadcasts, AbingtonCam.tv, the place to go for on-demand video, live streams of our cable access channels, bulletin board information, and much, much more. Give us a follow on social media as well. AbingtonCam_02351, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
Matt, I got to give a shout out to you and Kevin Tachi for everything you've done, especially during this COVID crisis, that without all the Zoom meetings and all the live basketball games and football games and baseball and softball games, a lot of people would not have been able to watch the games. They were able to watch it at home safely, still enjoy it. The kids were able to enjoy it knowing they could watch the replays of the games. So, and this Murphy kid, he's doing a pretty good job, on the camera.
I've heard some interesting setups. We've got some friends that we made during hockey season over in East Bridgewater, and they actually purchased a giant blow-up inflatable projector screen, and they were having socially distant watch parties of Abington versus East Bridgewater hockey games in their backyard, and they got a bonfire going and a barbecue, and that was in the dead of winter, so we're just glad that people are having fun and enjoying watching Abington Cam.
While we were talking, the umpire was talking to both coaches about something at length. We don't know what it was. First pitch swinging, grounder, Polito it short. 6-3, first out. One pitch, one out. That was always a good way to start an inning.
Polito, a very good defensive shortstop.
Will Mader, the second baseman. Let's step up.
We're speaking of hockey season and football season. A whole heck of a lot of guys on this baseball roster. We've heard their name called in other sports.
Madden starts off with another strike.
Of course, we've got McGuire, the star of the basketball team, Eddie Riley, the starting quarterback of the football team, Polito, the 100-point scorer for the Green Wave hockey program.
Spencer Merrick, you mentioned.
Spencer Merrick, the backstop for both baseball and hockey.
Aiden O'Donnell, great football player for the Green Wave. Siegel, also a linebacker. Cristoforo is an all-star football.
Ryan Tobin, starting defenseman for the hockey team.
Pino, you get on the list. Most of these guys do play more than one sport. And do a good job. They do us proud in Abington. Reaches for it, fouls it off. Mader's a junior. Wearing number 3 on his jersey.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Mader now. Pitch from Madden.
Oh, nice bender.
That is a nasty breaking ball over the plate.
Got him looking. Spencer knew it right away. And it's 2 down quickly on about, 5-6 pitches. Number 9 batter coming up, Drew Raffel.
Rafel.
Rafel?
Rafel.
Got it? Good.
The only reason I'm so sure about that is the Wildcats shortstop Nathan Raza, his father, who is in attendance, was actually one of my Little League coaches way back in the day. So he saw me get out of the car and came right up to me, gave me the lineup, and I said, how do you say all of these names?
Rafel's a sophomore third baseman. Take a strike there.
Heater from Madden, who he's bouncing back from that first inning where the run scored. He gave up a hit and a walk.
Putting it right down the pipe.
It's coming right at him in the second.
Nice. Nice high fastball. Just a second strike.
0-2 now to Rafel.
I think it's 1-2, but I'm not sure. Apologize once again to the fans at home. 2 down here in the bottom of the second. Green Wave up 2-1. The Division 4 South semifinal game. The winner takes on the victor between Cohasset and St. John Paul, which is playing right now down at Mass Maritime. Strike 3, swinging.
2 strikeouts in the inning for Stephen Madden. The Wildcats go down 1-2-3 in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. And it will be the heart of the Green Wave lineup coming up in the top of the third. Aaron Siegel will lead off. Matt McGuire bats second. Spencer Merrick is due up third.
Green Wave would really like to get the offense cranking up again quickly in this third inning to kind of keep the pressure on the Wildcats, knowing that Madden's pitching pretty well. He's got a good defense behind him. Outfield looks like it's being great condition out here. The grass is, well maintained. A little grass growing in the back of the clay of the infield diamond, but nothing that would be cause of concern. Sun has retracted behind the clouds once again, so it's basically a 100% cloudy game, but the weather is a very comfortable mid-70s right now with just a gentle wind. Really, the flag's not blowing at all, but we can feel a little bit of a wind up here.
That slight breeze is probably saving us right now.
True. So we say Siegel's going to lead off?
Siegel, McGuire, Merrick to up the 3, 4, 5 batters in the Green Wave lineup.
Can you hear me? Can you head? Okay. Say something.
Something.
I can't hear you, but I can hear me. Whatever. I can hear you talking because you're standing next to me, so we're good. These fans come ready to go. They got all their chairs ready to go, their water bottles.
A large contingent of Abington High School fans in attendance. There was a chance that Abington would have hosted Mashpee today.
Yeah. But again, Mashpee leaving bases loaded 3 times against the Wildcats and couldn't bring a couple of runners across. So they lost, was it a 5-3 game, I think, to the Wildcats? The West Bridgewater Wildcats. We're here at the West Bridgewater Middle High School. Middle Senior High School.
Fairly new, right? They just opened a couple of years ago?
Yeah, right here on Route, what is this, 106? Oh. All right. Dragon Eddie's warmed up. So is an Aaron Siegel. Siegel flew out to right field his first time up in the first inning. Here he leads off the top of the third. Looks at a strike one.
Strike one on the fastball from Dragon Eddie, who we'll see how he bounces back from the tough inning.
Curveball fouled off by Siegel.
Siegel flew out to deep right field his first time up.
I missed part of last game. I hear Aaron had a really good defensive play or two for the Green Wave, playing at third base. He's one of the senior leaders of the team.
Yeah. 6 graduated seniors, I believe.
I want to thank. I'll wait for this pitch. Another high fly to right.
Rising fly to deep right field, drifting back, and now in and making the catch is Connor Murphy.
And you can see Murphy concerned about the color of the ball in that color of the sky. He went back deep. That was a high, deep fly. I was going to say thank you to Mr. and Mrs. Siegel for the pasta parties and such that they've been hosting. Really, it's thank you, Mrs. Siegel. I'm sure Mr. Siegel, really nothing or little to do with it, but Mrs. Siegel for hosting the pasta parties for the team.
Matt McGuire walked and scored the first run of the Green Waves afternoon, his last time up.
6'5" lefty. Curveball, threw off his timing a little on that one. Linda Russell's in the house, so it's an official game. She's seen a lot of baseball in her time.
It's like we've got a couple of people with the last name Riley in attendance too.
Yep. Tobins, Seagulls, Rays. Right back to the pitcher. Dragon Eddie taking his time running over there. Gets McGuire.
A lot closer than it should have been. 2 away here, top of the third. Spencer Merrick singled his last time up.
A strong single into the left center gap.
We thought he scored, and then he didn't.
Yeah.
Then he did again, then he didn't again.
And Dragon Eddie turning around, reminding his outfielders, this is the guy that croaked one out there. 2 outs. Curveball called for a strike. Of course, Dragon Eddie would like to get a 1-2-3 inning too to save his arm strength.
from Dragonetti. Curveball comes in outside.
A little low. It's like it skipped to the catcher.
2-1 is
Another shot. Same place.
to left center field. Merrick's 2 for 2.
O'Donnell going to step up. He had a double last time he was up. Similar location. Dead center there.
He also scored and then didn't.
Yeah. 2 plays at the plate earlier in the game with... Actually, O'Donnell scored. The catcher dropped the ball, and they said that he should have slid.
Courtesy runner for Merrick is Tom Boyle.
Tommy Boyle, the senior. Spencer can put his catcher's pads on, while O'Donnell's going to take a few cuts. They go to pickoff play to first. Boyle's back.
First pitch to O'Donnell is strike 1. Looked like a slider on the upper part of the zone. They'll check Boyle again. He dives back safely again. Kind of a delayed call from the umpire.
Just for dramatic effect. Low and outside, they throw a pickoff down to first once again. Wildcats not afraid to throw the ball around. Head coach Steve Paraxelis is the third base coach, and the first base coach is his son Tyler Paraxelis. Slow bending curveball breaks over for a strike. O'Donnell looking to groove one here. Sun trying to peek itself back out. Fouled off.
We'll check Boyle again. He was only 2 feet off the bag, but trying to catch him looking the wrong direction. He dives back in safely for the 3rd time.
There's just a couple more throws to Dragonetti every time he goes over there.
Boyle fakes. Here's a high rising pop up to shallow right.
To second base.
That will retire the side. Minus a single. The Green Wave go down. Only sent 4 hitters to the plate. They lead it 2-1 in the middle of the 3rd inning. It will be the top of the Wildcats lineup in Joey LeClaire leading off for West Bridgewater. Kurt Heath and Landon Crowley also due up for West Bridgewater.
I want to congratulate the Abington girls softball team too. The Green Wave girls had another great season under their new coach. They went deep into the playoffs. Unfortunately lost to Case yesterday. Case has a strong program, and the girls got to be proud of themselves and looking forward to next season. They always come back. They rebuild every year and come right back. Fun to watch those guys. And again, I want to thank Abington Cam for getting some of those games. If you like seeing these games on TV, we need your help next year. We need volunteers to help with the cameras, or if you want to do commentary. When it's great that Matt's been able to hook this up to go live during this season, but next year we won't be doing the live games. It's a lot of work, and some places we go to, we're not sure if it's going to work. We'll go back to taping it at the game and then replaying it later in the season. Later in the week. So make sure you get to the game and be there in the stands, whether it be football or hockey or baseball, soccer, and then you can enjoy it and replay it. Turn down the volume if you want to. Not listen to the commentary.
It's kind of brutal listening to my voice.
Who else we got in the crowd?
I go back and edit them the next day, so I have to listen to my own voice, hear the same game twice.
Murph, who else we got in the crowd during the break in the action? Can we? No, turn the camera, not yourself there. Jeez. Just kind of get some of these mugs on camera. I mean, some people are from West Bridgewater, some of them are from Abington. Kind of like not having the sun beating down on you in a game like this right now, right?
The overcast is welcome after some of the baseball games we've had. So we've really lucked out with weather through the spring season, as you know, Sean, and we've got head football coach
Jim Kelleher, about 10 feet to our right.
In attendance today watching.
Speaking of good weather, how about during the football season in March?
In March.
Then
we ran into mid-April and it kind of...
Yeah. All right, Leclerc, he struck out swinging the first time up. He led off the game.
On the hill for the third.
Madden again from the stretch. Fakes a bunt, takes a ball.
Just outside on the fastball.
Steve Madden, just a freshman. We were hearing about him in the younger leagues, about this kid coming up. He's got a brother who also plays. Curveball, definitely a ball. Two 2-0. 2-1 Green Wave lead here in the bottom of the third. Nice pitch. High heater. I hear me.
Can you hear me?
I can't hear you. But maybe that's a blessing? I don't know.
Still trying to work out the bugs. Here's a fly ball towards O'Donnell and right. In a few feet and makes the catch for the out.
Those right fielders, it's a different looking ball when it comes off the bat spinning. And the right fielder really needs to know how to play that.
Like it's slicing.
It is, yeah. It's like a golf shot. So O'Donnell did a good job of, just following that towards the line. Up comes Heath. Heath, who got hit on the foot first time up and scored a run, the run, for the Wildcats.
Strike one over the outside corner.
Green Wave were ranked number 4 in Division 4 South. The Wildcats number 1. Strike 2. The Wildcats had as Matt mentioned earlier, a 6-0 record in the regular season, and the Green Wave was, I believe, 9-3. Yeah, 9-3. Madden delivers high, almost got him going. Got a high fastball to tease him, but he didn't bite. Heath, the sophomore. Curveball outside. It evens it up, 2-2. 2-1 Green Wave lead. D4 South semifinal. Winner takes on either Cohasset or St. John Paul for the D4 championship. Ball hit in left center. Ryan Tobin with a nice job on a beeline for that. Good play. Solid defensive play by the junior center fielder. Good stroke there by Heath. Looks like a good player as a sophomore. Brings up Landon Crowley, who singled to right. Kind of disoriented being out in the outfield, trying to keep score. Ground ball.
Polito, he makes the pick cleanly. 1, 2, 3 in order. Great play by both O'Donnell and Tobin in the outfield on those long fly balls.
2 1-2-3 innings for the Green Wave also in the second and third. So really kind of kicking the momentum, out of the Wildcat dugout and getting the Green Wave bats back up now. Madden himself will be leading off, followed by Eddie Riley and Shea McClellan, 7, 8, 9.
All three of those guys singled their first times to the plate.
Well, Madden was an error really on the second baseman, but same though, getting wood on the ball, right? Everyone's hitting the ball pretty well, which is a good sign.
And that's been, if the Green Wave have had one kind of weakness this year, it's consistently hitting.
Yeah. Well, as you get into this level, and every time you go up another framing the bracket, you're playing against stronger teams, and usually those stronger teams are because they have excellent pitching. If you have excellent pitching at the high school level, you can go a long way. And talking that 2009 team with Steve Baraxelis, I mean, he went pro. That's how good he was, and nobody could hit Steve Baraxelis. We had a couple other good pitchers on the team too, and I just forget them right now. Sorry, guys, whoever's listening. LaPointe, Crosta.
Of course, West Bridgewater is the #1 seed in the bracket by virtue of their perfect 1,000 win percentage. They went 6-0 in the regular season. They've since added 2 more victories in the playoffs. It's not a tremendously large sample size, but
Beat Archbishop Williams 2-1 and beat Mashpee 3-1 to get here. And right now it is 2-1 Green Wave as we start the top of the 4th inning.
The winner of this game will face the winner of Cohasset and St. John Paul. That game happening right now at Mask Maritime Academy.
I'm Sean Riley. That's Matt Nelson speaking in my ear, bringing you this Abington Green Wave baseball game.
So everybody hasn't yet turned down the volume.
June 25th, 2021. Deep into the days of June here. We're still playing. Abington's been very fortunate in that regard where across the board, almost every season we're in a playoff. Somebody, whether it's football or hockey or softball, baseball, basketball. Very fortunate that we have a really strong athletic program, and we have a lot of strong extracurricular activity, a very strong music and drama program at Abington. Just, a good school that really invests in an all-around education, and it really pays off. I think you see a lot of good things happen when these guys and girls move on from the halls of Abington High. And Abington is going to be part of the Fox 25 Zip Trip on Friday, August 6th. Abington will be featured. Try to get more information about that in the next couple of weeks.
That was a lot of fun. They had one in Brockton a handful of years ago.
Yeah, they were in Abington in 2012, which happened to be the 300th anniversary, so there was a lot going on in Abington that year. Here we go with Madden in the box. Ball 1. Stevie Madden, the freshman. Looks at 2. His mom, Sue Cashman Madden, is here today. Probably has no fingernails left, biting them all. Sue Cashman was a All-American soccer player at Abington High School. One of the best ever to come through the Green Wave girls soccer program. She was phenomenal to watch. Takes a strike.
Inside corner. Of course, those long playoff runs and championships that we were talking about have come increasingly often in the last decade.
Yes.
A couple of Super Bowl titles.
I mean, some of these guys have been incredibly fortunate where they've played in Boston Garden, they've played at Gillette Stadium.
More than once.
Yeah. Nice rope down the line. Fair ball. A solid single in the book there from Madden, helping himself out. Brings up Eddie Riley. Good on with the fielder's choice. First time up. That sun again trying to poke through the clouds.
Pitcher Madden will get the courtesy runner. It is number 22, Owen Haggerty. Of course, his finest moment this season came against the Norwell Clippers in the bottom of the 5th inning. He absolutely roped one to the right center field gap over the Tom Graham diamond. And inside the park, walk-off.
Yeah, won the game.
Home run.
In front of pretty much the entire Haggerty family, too, happened to be there at the game, which was great.
That was absolutely in his first at bat of the season.
Yeah, made it count. He's got a perfect 1,000 batting average right now.
3 RBIs. Including the game winner. Big lead at first. He'll hold.
Curveball. Riley let that one go by. Waiting for the right one. 2-1 Green Wave lead here. Top of the fourth. Ed Riley at the plate.
Dives back in safely.
Dragonetti with a pretty good move to first. Another one.
He'll go back again, and Haggerty dives back in safely again.
I think they assume because we do the courtesy runner that we're always going to steal when we do it, but it's not necessarily the case. They throw again, it's going to be thrown away, but
right field, if Haggerty wasn't underneath the first baseman, he'd be on second. Now the question is, was there any interference on the part of anybody?
well, because he had to dive back, it was going to be tough to get back on his feet and sprint to second with the ball in front of the right fielder. But nevertheless, I like to see him trying to throw the ball around a lot. Keep it up, guys. Bad things happen. Riley waited on that one, took a good swing, fouled it back.
He's going to get billed for about $170.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Eddie Riley.
They had him. Yeah, I think they had a play on that one.
Dragonetti's got his first pick off this game.
Yep. Caught Haggerty taking that step the wrong way and couldn't dive back in time, which one out, clears the bases. Riley with a 2-2 count. Swinging.
In the span of one pitch, there's 2 away.
Shea McClellan will step in. Hit it to the
Singled his last time up.
hit it to the left side of the infield. Good cut. Good pitch. Interesting setup here where pretty much all of the fans are in the outfield. And so you're a pretty good distance.
Wall of fans surrounding the outfield.
Yeah.
All the outside.
Thought about that one.
Did seem more than a bit outside.
That's
One is
too low.
in the dirt.
Dylan Murphy's warming up for the strike 3 swinging.
Strike 3. The Green Wave go down 1, 2, 3 in order, including the pickoff move to first. Head to the bottom of the 4th inning. The Green Wave still holding on to that 2-1 lead in the South Sectional semifinal over the West Bridgewater Wildcats. John Dragonetti will lead off. Nathan Razadoo up second. Connor Murphy will hit third for the Wildcats.
Green Wave wearing their black and white uniforms. Usually, years gone by, it was always the green and white, sometimes the green and white and gold. When I was in high school, we had the old Oakland A's style, the green with the yellow trim everywhere. Some people thought it looked sharp. Some people thought it was time for a change, so they went to the darker green, and then the last couple of years, Abington's gone with the black. And been very successful.
Black's kind of tough choice when we've had more than a few games that have been north of 90 degrees this season.
Absorbs the heat. 2-1, Green Wave lead. In the middle of the 4th inning, Dragonetti, the pitcher, as Matt said, will be leading off. He grounded to short last time he was up. Madden's still on the hill for Abington, throwing a good game. Big play last inning was that nice grab out in center field by Tobin on a pretty well hit ball. Dragonetti's a lefty. Madden's a righty. The always reliable Spencer Merrick behind the plate for the Green Wave.
First pitch in the bottom of the fourth from Stephen Madden. Fouled off to the backstop, strike one.
A little off-speed pitch to start it off. Coach telling the left side of the infielder heads up. That's where he went last time. But this is only his second at bat.
Trying to John Polito at short his first time up.
Siegel at third, Riley at second, McGuire at first. Defensively for Abington. Now the curveball stays outside.
Very good defensive infield. Of course, last game we saw Eddie Riley with that great leaping grab in shallow right field.
Nice pitch.
Strike two, a ball and two strikes now to Dragonetti.
Clifford Tobin and O'Donnell in the outfield for the Green Wave, left, center, and right. Just got a piece of that one.
Went off the handle of the bat. Sun breaking through the clouds.
See, it's hard to say, isn't it?
Just a brief moment. Breaks through the clouds.
He got him.
Yes.
He just
Strike three.
befuddled him on that one.
Fourth strikeout of the game for Madden.
Shortstop Raza is going to step up. Walked his first time up. Murphy on deck. Stevie Madden lets it loose. Curveball. Whoa. Just a bit inside. The 1-0 pitch. Called strike. A little high in the strike zone, but in the strike zone, according to the umpire. 1-1. Madden delivers. Ooh, look good. Well, Merrick does a great job framing that pitch, you know. That was a little outside, and he brought it right in, but give him the 2-1 count. That's a single.
Slice to right, one hop. So O'Donnell, the throw to first is going to be off the line. Merrick can't get to it, and Raza is standing on second base.
So that happens when you throw the ball around, but I kind of like the idea because it came right up to O'Donnell, who's got a strong arm. We saw that earlier. So a single to right. Throwing error on the right fielder. Puts the man on second.
Credit with the single and the advancement on the throw.
One down with a man on second here. Bottom of the fourth.
Murphy went up the middle last time, does it again here. Raza's turning for home. Tobin has quite the arm and will in fact prevent Raza from making that turn.
First and third now with one out.
Tobin's got a phenomenal cannon out there in center field.
And he was shallow too, so somebody in the Wildcats scouted that because they stopped Raza as he turned.
They knew as soon as they saw Tobin winding up for the crow hop.
So Coach Braxlis goes to the mound to talk to the pitcher and the infielders, discuss some of the defensive strategy now with one down. 2-1 Abington lead here in the bottom of the fourth. One out.
He's technically available as a pitcher. He's only allowed to throw 25 pitches today. Of course, they've got all the JV call-ups. Henry Rogers threw a phenomenal game against Cardinal Spellman earlier this year for the JV team. He's available.
So, and that's actually Tyler Praxis out there on the mound. It's the number 7 batter up right now, McCaffrey, who grounded to short his first time up in the second inning. Left-handed batter for the Wildcats.
We also have John Sellen, who has thrown a couple of times this season.
Yep. Freshman, so now with first and third and a lefty batter up, 1 out, down by 1. See if the Wildcats send the runner. Yep. The coach just told the pitcher to walk off because the runner on first, Murphy, was taking a large lead, essentially trying to draw a throw. Big lead at first. They pick him off.
He'll take off.
McGuire lets him go. I think that was decided in that powwow there.
See if they can get him diving back to first. If not, let him go.
Yeah, the Wildcats are hoping for a wild throw out into the outfield, which would allow at least 1 run to score. But now it puts the pressure on the batter.
Jefferty grounded to Polito at shortstop his first time up.
Strike 1. I like the focus of Madden. You know, his job is to go at the batter and delivers the strike. Siegel in on the grass at third. Strike 2. Fooled him on that one.
Jefferty knows it too.
Yep. McCafferty's a senior. 2 strikes. 2 runners. 2 outs.
5th strikeout of the day for Stephen Madden.
Well, Mader will step up. He got caught looking, struck out in the 2nd inning. Coach Praxis moving the outfielders around for him. Still runners at 2nd and 3rd now with 2 outs. Infield play to first. First pitch is a high ball 1.
Got a lot of speed over there standing at third base, so Eddie Riley is backing up Merrick's throw to Madden after every pitch, just in case. This one fouled off.
We got 1 and 1. 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th. Madden delivers. Fly ball, right field.
Green Wave able to strand 2. Still hanging on to that 2-1 lead. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. Actually, 1 error on the throwing error front, right? Wildcats strand 2 base runners.
After 4, it's still a Green Wave 2-1. And then Abington will send their leadoff batters 1, 2, 3 to start the top of the 5th. Polito, Tobin, and Siegel, followed by McGuire, Merrick, and O'Donnell. Let's hope we see all those and more this inning and try to get a few pops.
Winner of this game will play, is currently scheduled Monday afternoon at 4 p.m. against the winner of Cohasset and St. John Paul. If it is Cohasset, the game will be, well, if it's Abington and Cohasset, the game would be at the Tom Graham Diamond behind the Frollo School. If it is St. John Paul, the game would be up at Mass Maritime Academy.
That's all based on the ranking of the teams. So Abington would be the higher seed if they take on Cohasset, and St. John Paul will be the higher seed if we take on St. John Paul. So we'd go to play their home field, which is apparently Mass Maritime. Just trying to see if I can get any updates.
Back on the hill. It is 12-5. St. John Paul leading Cohasset in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Sounds like a wild game.
Yeah.
17 runs in the first 2 frames.
Good stroke by Polito. That's a single in any league. Nice stroke. So Polito leads off, starts off the 5th in a good way for the Green Wave. Brings up Ryan Tobin.
Tobin 0 for 2, a fly to deep right and a strikeout.
Again, the throw to first. Tobin, a left-handed batter. Looks at a one high, outside. Again, they throw to first. A little low on that one. Tobin's got a sweet swing. I'd like to see him connect another line drive here right now.
Well, Tobin started the year in the bottom half of the Green Wave lineup, and then after the injury to Cristoforo, Coach Paraxlis thought, well, he's had a couple good hacks this year.
Yeah.
Let's see what moving him up in the lineup does. And
Just
now
showed
batting
bunt on
second.
that one. Just showed bunt on that last pitch.
Speedy center fielder as Polito dives back in safely to first.
Seeing if they're going to try to test the sophomore third baseman with a bunt play. Thought it was high. They call it a strike.
They'll check Tobin again. Polito, rather.
Yep.
Safe again.
Dragonetti gets the signal.
Big swing and a miss.
Good cut on that one. 2 strikes. Tobin will be followed by Siegel in the on-deck box. Another throw to first.
Check Polito again, and he dives back in safely again. I think they're just trying to see how muddy they can get him. There's still an area of wetness around each of the bases.
Polito's wishing he had his skates on right now. Just take off. Tobin steps in, back into the box. Another throw.
I think Polito might be in Dragonetti's head just a little bit over at first. The speedy shortstop.
Time called. Tobin now trying to upset his rhythm, Dragonetti's rhythm. Dragonetti doesn't take a lot of time between pitches, other than throwing a first again.
Check Polito for the 5th time this game, this at bat.
He's going.
Throw down is
Got
in
him.
time. Thought Polito might have been behind the tag, and that's his argument. Picked off trying to steal second.
So Tobin now with Siegel up at the plate.
Let's strike him out, throw him out.
Two to 1 Green Wave here, top of the 5th. Division 4 South semi-final game. Only one team will move on. Siegel
Chops it to short. The throw from Raza.
in the dirt. First baseman stops it and picks it up with his bare hand to get Siegel. And it'll go 3 up, 3 down. And the Wildcats will have another shot from the batter's box.
Drew Rafel will lead off. Joey Leclerc bats second. Kurt Heath due up third for West Bridgewater. Bottom of the 5th inning, scheduled 7-inning game.
If my stats are right, Green Wave have 4 hits and 2 runs. And the Wildcats have 3 hits and 1 run.
Of course, Heath scored the only West Bridgewater run of the afternoon after he was hit by a pitch back in the first inning.
1, 2, 3, green.
So look at the big fan base here. A lot of Abington fans in attendance, a lot of West Bridgewater fans in attendance as they wrap just about all the way around the outfield.
Convenient seating area, but a distant seating area. You know, normally you're kind of near the dugout, by the dugout, kind of see the players, can yell to the players. But we'll take what we can get. Madden's still on the mound for the Green Wave, pitching a strong game. Mixing up his pitches well.
There's a new left fielder. It is Henry Rogers. So he will take the spot of Jack Clifford.
Hey, if you listen to the game and you've got young kids in Abington looking for something to do during the summer, go to abingtonrec.com, abingtonrec.com, the recreation website. They got a lot of different events going on at Island Grove. Some summer, there's a basketball camp, there's baseball camps, all sorts of camps that Abington Recreation helps to sponsor and organize. Go to abingtonrec.com, you can get information there, or you can call 982-2122, ask for Kelly, and she can get you the information you need, but do that quickly. I know the Eager Beaver Day Camp has been sold out, and I'm sure the Island Grove swimming pool is busy every day, given that the heat, especially this coming week, is going to be in the 90s. But take advantage of all your recreational opportunities for the kids and for some of the older guys, and high school age also is available.
I lost my share instead of parking.
So is this Rayful leading off?
Madden back on the bump. Of course, Jack Clifford now replaced in left field.
One and 0.
Rogers did get in the end of the game against Bishop Connolly after everybody was, all the starters were subbed out. So he has seen some action this postseason.
1-1.
Strike from Madden.
Rayful struck out swinging in the second inning, his only at bat thus far.
Chop to third. Nice grab by Siegel. The throw is off the line and it goes wide right. However, the fence with a good stop preventing Rayful from advancing.
Puts a runner on with no outs here in the bottom of the fifth. Top of the order coming up with Joey Leclerc. He has struck out the first time and flew out to right in the third.
Sun's starting to peek through again. We'll see if that affects the outfielders. It looks to be directly in the face of Aiden O'Donnell.
The right fielder. Bunt up in
Square
the
to
air.
bunt, it makes its way into the trees.
Just going to ask, just going to see if the Wildcats are going to try any small ball or hit and run here with down by a run, getting into the fifth inning here. Don't know how fast Rayful is on first. But they do have the leadoff hitter up too, and tried to bunt this last pitch. We'll see what he does the next pitch.
Rayful does have a big lead over there at first base, and he will
going.
take off. The throw down from Merrick is not in time.
Not going to be easy to throw him out on that one. That was a slow bender.
And Rayful did get a very good jump on the ball.
Puts the runner at second with no outs. And now you think the leadoff hitter will be swinging away. Moving the infield in on the edges here in case there is a bunt. Polito in behind the runner at shortstop. High.
Good, but just a bit high.
Clark is 0 for 2, as I mentioned. Let's hope he goes 0 for 3 here. I can say that because this is Green Wave Baseball Television.
This one skied foul out of play.
That's a strike. Again, the Wildcats do have a guy warming up, Dylan Murphy, a sophomore.
If anyone's looking, there's going to be probably a couple hundred balls in those woods behind the backstop.
That's right. Madden with the pitch.
Comes in.
Brushes him back.
Up and in.
My name is Stephen Madden. How do you do? Polito trying to hold the runner at second base. High, ball four. Ball four, sorry. Puts him on the first base, but creates the force play now with no outs. Kurt Heath, the catcher, going to step up, hit by a pitch and flew out to center. That was a great grab by Tobin.
One-run ball game. Abington leading it 2-1 here in the bottom of the fifth inning.
No outs yet.
No outs, 2 on. Runners on first and second. This one foul to the backstop. Strike 1 to Heath.
I'd like to get a little infield fly right now. Get that first out. No advance. 0-1, the count. To Heath with Leclerc on first and Rafel on second. Time called.
The absolute last second as Madden was
Had the ball
probably even started his motion by that point.
Yeah. Go back to the 0-1 count here. Runs on first and second. No outs. Curveball gets it on the corner. 0-2. I don't know if it's curveball or changeup. Off-speed pitch, we'll call it, huh?
Because usually when we're home at the Tom Graham Diamond, it's a lot easier to tell what the pitches are being right near home plate. Fly ball looks like it's going foul out of play. Two strikes now for Stephen Madden. Look good. Just a bit low is the call.
Abington fans thought they had it there. We're going to try to bring them up.
Count evens 2-2.
Johnny Sell and the freshman warming up for the Green Wave. Here it comes.
That one lined to left there. They're going to wave home. The throw is cut off by Siegel, who will get to third in time for the out.
Good job, Aaron. Good hard hit there by Heath down the left field line. Good throw by Rogers, hitting the cutoff, which was Siegel at third base, and was able to make the play at third to take that runner off the base paths, but not until Rafel scored and tied it up 2-2.
Heath credited with the single, advanced to second on the throw to third.
And that's a 7-5 putout. There's a discussion again with the umpires here. I don't know if Wildcats are questioning the call at third or what. See, if we were back behind the dugout, we'd hear a lot of the conversation perhaps, but we can't even lip read from here. So, 1 out, man on second, tie ball game.
West Bridgewater's coach is heading over to the dugout.
Is he going to get a pinch runner here or pinch?
The umpire is talking to Coach Paraxlis.
Normally go to a quick commercial, but we can't do that. He's calling in his base umpires.
I don't even know what the call could be changed. There wasn't interference anywhere.
Are they just appealing the call at third, or home plate umpire going back to talk to Coach Paraxlis?
This is not the first time that a discussion like this has happened today.
No. So, let's reset it. Let's set the table again. It is 1 out, man on second. Bottom of the 5th, a tie ball game now, 2-2 here in the Division IV South semifinal. Heath is on second, the catcher.
All knotted up, 2-2.
Madden will be pitching to Landon Crowley, who singled to right center and grounded to shortstop. And
They will
walk him.
intentionally walk him. That puts the force on for Dragonetti, who's 0 for 2. Strikeout and a ground out to Polito at short. I'm sure Madden's going to try to force a ground ball here. He'll step off.
And this gets tricky here, where the second baseman and shortstop want to hold the runner at second tight, but they also want to keep their, cover their defensive territory to get the potential double play. Fouled off to the left for a strike.
Another one for the Birds.
Squirrel food, as we call it.
Left-handed hitter Dragonetti.
Seeing if he can help his own cause here with a 2-2 tie. Ground ball, foul once again. It looks like he's trying to, I don't know if he's trying to punch it to the left side or if he's just behind Madden. But he's hit. The only time he's cut the ball in play, it's been to the left side. Madden's got him with 2 strikes, so let's see if he can toy with him.
Normally you'd expect the straight heat up and in.
For a high, hard one, it's tough to come around. That's what he does, and he goes for it. There you go.
Got him, 2 away. 2 strikeouts now for Dragonetti. 6 on the day for Madden.
Raza, the right-hand batter, steps up after he walked and then singled to right. Runner on first and second with 2 outs. 2-2 the game. The tie, yeah, the score. Bottom of 5. We play 7.
Swing and a miss, strike 1.
He was going for the guardrail on that swing.
Those fans you've seen a couple times, technically in the field of play.
Yep.
The guardrail is the home run line. And that is just behind us.
High ball 1.
Fear not, there is a concrete pathway that we're situated on and maybe about a 10-foot hill between us and the
I was
outfield.
going to say, the warning track is a slope and a paved walkway. 1-1.
Just like out in Houston at Minute Maid Ballpark, they got the flagpole and the hill out in center field.
Riley keeping the runner close to second.
Runners
Curveball.
go. The throw down to third is not in time.
Double steal.
Very, very rare to see a catcher steal third.
Yes. And that takes away the force play, so other than the throw to first right now.
I could see him walking Raza here.
Yep.
Now that that's happened, now the first base is vacant. Raza is one of 2 Wildcats to be on base twice today.
Nice pitch. Raza didn't like it, but Madden
Nasty
did.
slider over the outer edge.
He's got 2 strikes on him now. See if he goes with the heat or a funny man.
Chop to Polito. Throw to first. Bounces on McGuire, but he makes the clean pick for the out. That will retire the side, but not before the Wildcats tie it up. It's 2-2 heading to the 6th, and Matt McGuire will lead off for the Green Wave. Spencer Merrick and Aiden O'Donnell are also due up this inning.
Polito made us all have a little skip of the heartbeat there with that bounce to first when McGuire was there for the put out at first. So they limit it to that 1 run, but they do tie it up here and winner take all in this game. So let's see if Basketball Jones can get a single here.
Of course, he is called that because he finishes second all-time in Green Wave basketball history atop the point leaderboard.
For boys basketball.
The 1,261, I think? Somewhere in that ballpark.
Bryson's got 1,357, and Matt has 1,236.
I was only 30 off.
With an asterisk, though. It wasn't even a complete senior season.
There were 10 scheduled games. McGuire wasn't able to play in 2 or 3 of them. The full season, he's got the record.
He was just fun to watch, and he had that one of the clutch plays in the Boston Garden his junior year, draining a 3. Something's going on in the Green Wave dugout. They're pumped up. Shout out to Kevin Touch, who's apparently monitoring our production today. Yikes. Send your cards and letters to the Abington cam.
Send him some earplugs while you're at it. Of course, this baseball team, again, is the culmination of all of these all-stars. I mean, John Polito, I think he's got one of the all-time records for goal scoring for the hockey program.
Phenomenal.
He had north of 100 goals in his Green Wave career.
Coach Woodford did a great job with the hockey program this year. Really, that program is up. It just keeps getting better and better every year, more exciting every year. So it's fun to see that program having the success that it does.
We've seen Coach Woody at a number of baseball games this season, watching the guys that also compete on his squad.
Of course, basketball programs have been very successful. Football programs have been to Gillette a number of times just the past couple of years.
Of course, we've seen the basketball coach at like every single one of these sporting events.
The athletic director, Peter Serino, he's here today. This is, I was joking with him the other day, like a lot of his, his friends who are athletic directors, their season ended 4 weeks ago. They started their summer vacation, not for Mr. Serino. He's working every day, every time we continue our playoff runs. McGuire with a big stroke.
Mile-high pop-up.
In the clouds, first baseman, almost.
In foul territory, makes the grab.
First pitch. It'll bring up Merrick, who has struck the ball very well today twice.
2 singles.
Frozen ropes.
Now, one of them got to that left center field gap.
O'Donnell on deck.
Of course, Merrick, who they call Cowboy.
His father was a catcher at Holy Cross. I think Spencer's better than him, but, it goes without saying. He held up.
Bounces across.
1-1. His brother Tyler's here watching. Mom. Missy Merrick, who is the president of the Boosters. Good cut.
Wanted every last bit of that ball.
Yeah. 1-2. Low.
Blown away. Ball 2. The count evens now at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Good eye. Good eye. Good job. Held up. Full count.
3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch upcoming from Dragonetti.
Murphy warming up for the Wildcats. Throws him, and it was a little bit
That is
high.
ball 4.
Good eye.
Merrick initially stepped towards the dugout. I thought he might have expected that to be strike 3 on the upper inside corner of the zone.
A little high. I think he was right not to swing. Oh, they're going to change pitches right now. Bringing Murphy in.
All right, Dragonetti is done. He gets chased. Merrick will go to the dugout for the courtesy runner.
So there's some time for Murphy to throw a few from the mound. I mentioned earlier, Sellon was warming up for the Green Wave. He's no longer warming up. I don't know if that means he's ready to go in or if we're going to continue with Madden at the bottom half of the inning. Murphy's a senior.
Dylan Murphy comes off the bench for the Wildcats. There will be some other defensive changes, it looks like, for West Bridgewater. Aiden O'Donnell has hit the ball very well today. He is 1 for 2, but one of those was
Stroked
a double.
Yeah. To the right center gap. Right after Spencer had hit a stroked one out to the outfield. Shout out to Brady Cristoforo, who, as you know, is one of the leaders, a very powerful pitcher for the Green Wave, good hitter for the Green Wave. He injured his knee, 2 weeks ago maybe, and he's out for the rest of the season. He'll get some rehab before he starts his collegiate career at AIC. And I'm sure we'll be hearing more about Cristoforo at the college level. AIC is very excited to have him on their pitching staff.
Sickest rims in Abington. He's got the Green Wave logo right in the middle of that wheelchair, and he's got the green lights around the wheels. Right. Gotta see who does his detailing for him.
So we got runner on first, 1 out, tie game, top of 6. The Wildcat defense goes back to their positions as Murphy has maybe one more to throw.
Interestingly enough, Merrick returns to first base. Green Wave opting to not go with.
He's got good speed with only 1 out. I'd like to see Merrick score. How's that? Let's think positively in that regard. So Dylan Murphy, the sophomore, is on the mound. Number 6. Connor Murphy is number 10. Dylan is a left-handed thrower. And he looks in from the stretch. Low ball 1. Merrick now going to be a little careful with the left-handed pitcher who's basically looking right at you. See where that foot goes when he lifts it up. Inside.
That one's inside, ball 2.
Good pitch to hit here. Figured he's going to try to groove one, get into a groove, throw a fastball down the middle.
Got one low, the throw down to first. Merrick dives back safely.
No question as the ball was dropped, but it was a pretty close play at first. 3-0 count now to O'Donnell. Got to be taking this pitch all the way, I would guess.
Used to say there's only one man in baseball that's got the green light. His name is David Ortiz.
Oh, he's going.
Oh, he goes for it, and he tags it out to right center field. It's past the right fielder who makes the backhanded scoop. Merrick's turning the corner at third. O'Donnell's into second with a stand-up double. The throw home is not in time. Merrick scores. The Green Wave take back the lead.
Big stroke by Aiden O'Donnell into the right center field gap.
I stand corrected. There are 2 men in baseball that have the green light on 3-0.
Connor Murphy, the right fielder, had to backhand and then bobbled it briefly, which allowed Merrick to turn the corner at third, beat the throw home, and Aiden now stands at second base with 1 out, and the run in takes the Green Wave take the lead. Huge RBI for Aiden O'Donnell.
Second RBI of the day for him. He knocked in Matt McGuire earlier this game.
Told you Merrick could run.
Oh, as a Cowboy, he really got on his horse rounding third there.
So we'll see what that does to the sophomore pitcher here. With first good swing by Madden.
Madden tagged one to
left.
Yes.
Right down the left field line. His last time up. Aiden with a pretty good lead off a second. Little off-speed pitch to the knees, called strike 2. So 2 doubles on the day for Aiden O'Donnell. Right now, our player of the game.
O'Donnell gets about halfway to third, right back to Murphy, the throw to first. And O'Donnell retreats back to second base.
1-3 for your scorebook. Good base running by O'Donnell there. I thought the pitcher was going to either run at O'Donnell or throw back to him, but he just went to first rather quickly. But O'Donnell did not want to be caught in a rundown there. So brings up Eddie Riley with 2 down. 3-2 Green Wave lead, top of 6.
Riley 1 for 2 today, a single and a strikeout. O'Donnell takes off for third. Murphy throws to second. O'Donnell's going to get to third easy.
Wow. So they had a pickoff play called, but we had a
Murphy threw to the wrong base.
We had the steal called. They had the pickoff called.
That's good fundamental coaching by Coach Paraxlis, sending the runner with the left-handed pitcher who's facing first. His first move is going to be go to second because it's a heck of a lot easier than flipping around and going to third.
And he just wasn't looking back to hold the runner. Good pitch.
Good base running awareness, too, for O'Donnell.
Stands at third, 90 feet away from punching in another run with a 3-2 Abington lead. Ball's in the dirt.
O'Donnell come home. The flip home is not in time. O'Donnell scores.
The wild pitch scores the run. Now Riley has tabula rasa out there with no runners on. Wow. So
Merrick's run is credited to Dragonetti. O'Donnell the sole responsibility of Murphy.
tough break for Murphy here. His first batter drills one out to the gap.
On a 3-0.
And then he throws the second, the guy's going to third, and then throws one away to score the other run.
This one is a wild pitch again.
Is that 2-2 or 3-2?
2 balls, 1 strike.
2-1? I think it's 2. 2-2. Oh, we'll see. Just get a hit here. Ooh.
That one a wild pitch. Now 3 to the backstop in this at bat.
Can you define rattled?
Show me you're rattled without showing me you're rattled.
So Riley, interesting, like, only wants to swing here if it's fat. It's got to obviously swing for a strike, but a walk might just even get into the pitcher's head even more so.
The pitch from Murphy is over the outside corner, strike 2.
You were right. There was 1 strike on Riley. So now
full count?
Full count.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Over all 3 of those balls have been wild pitches to the backstop.
All right.
The payoff pitch from Murphy is waved at, blooped down the right field line, and making the catch. He is the Wildcats' first baseman. That will retire the side, but the Green Wave strike twice. No, 2 runs, 1 hit, no errors, and the Green Wave take a 4-2 lead going
Huge
into
inning.
the bottom of the 6th.
That is big. That's real big, and they got, Dragon Eddie's off the mound now. They got the young sophomore in there. We'll see if he comes back out, and we'll see who the Green Wave bring out to the mound. They have a little team meeting right now for the bottom of the 6th before they come out onto the field.
Again, we want to thank you
With what?
for...
I got a text that the announcers are saying about.
Apparently my comment about who the best catcher in the Merrick family has made it to Mr. Merrick's iPhone.
Might not be fast.
No argument from Mr. Merrick. Well, again, we want to thank you for watching this stream and every stream here through the greater part of the pandemic. All the live broadcasts on youtube.com/AbingtonCam02351/live. Football season was a whole heck of a lot of fun.
It was. Got to send a shout out to my cohort Kevin Whalen, but again, Matt Nelson and Kevin Tachi, but for the efforts of you guys, none of this would have happened. So we want to thank you guys from Abington Cam.
I can honestly say, a year and a half ago, I did not think that in a year and a half I'd be standing out in the middle of center field at West Bridgewater Middle High School.
I was thinking too, some good things have come out of this. People have, I think you realize what's important, who's important. You got to thank a lot of people, and some of the people who volunteered, who were kind of like always in the shadows before and kind of taken for granted. But those people, I kind of chuckle. Those people who ran for example, the Board of Health or the school committee 2 years ago,
they had no idea what they'd be dealing with.
That's right, and they have done yeoman's work and done a great job to get our town and our community through this crisis. And we still got a little ways to kind of keep moving forward, but. Hey, if you haven't been vaccinated, get it done. It really helps everyone. And
reach out to Marty Golightly, another one of the unsung heroes.
Exactly. He's been phenomenal.
Lindsay Wright, the public health nurse for the town of Abington. They've done a phenomenal job now as we move into getting the school-age folks vaccinated.
If you got any questions, call Marty at 982-2119. Madden back on the mound. Now with a 2-run lead, and he's going to face the number 678.
Murphy's 1 for 2.
He's hit the ball right back up the middle twice, back to the pitcher the first time, and then right up into center field the second time. Really more so towards second base.
Fouls this one straight to the backstop. His timing on the swings is what places the ball where it does, and when you hit it right up the middle, you cannot time your swing better than that.
I love to see Madden starting each inning here with a strike. 2.
Curveball fouled off into the trees. 0-2.
Let's go through a lot of baseballs here in West Bridgewater.
I mean, no word of a lie. This got to be at least a couple hundred balls back there.
Oh, God.
The 0-2. Just low and away.
Merrick framing it. Doesn't get the call. 1-2. Siegel, Polito, Riley, and McGuire. The infield defense ready. Good hit down left
This one out to left, and Rogers
Those
off the heel of his glove, then his chest.
Those are the worst. As an outfield, when it comes right at you, it's really difficult to get kind of the arc of the ball.
That was a hard liner, too. There was nothing under that.
Came up with it quickly, though. Brings it into a single on the play. McCafferty will get up now. He's 0 for 2.
Grounded to Polito and struck out swinging.
Now, while it's here in the bottom of the 6th, Green Wave up 4-2 in the MIA Division 4 South semifinal game. The winner of this game will take on the victor between Cohasset and John Paul, St. John Paul, which last check, John Paul was up 12-5 early in the game. They're playing right now as we play. Little off-speed pitch goes outside.
That game sounds like it is absolutely wild. It is 12-10. St. John Paul, top of the fourth, it looks like.
Wow.
So Cohasset's starting to close the gap there. This one fouled off again into those trees.
Murphy getting a decent lead off first. Doesn't look like there's any sort of appetite for hit and run right now. Madden from the stretch. He's going now. He does a run.
Merrick dropped it on the transfer.
Yep, couldn't get out of the glove, so puts a runner on second now.
Looked like a designed pitch out.
No outs, runner on second. Giving the runner a little chance to get the sand out of his pants. He slid into second.
Riley will cover the bag, which is rare with a left-handed batter up.
Given that batter grounded out to short first time out, maybe that's what they're looking at. But Madden throws high. McCafferty 0 for 2. Will be followed by Mader, who's also 0 for 2.
The Cohasset Skippers have tied that game 12-12. Heading to the bottom of the fourth inning. Here's a high rising pop-up. O'Donnell drifting over. He calls off Eddie Riley and makes the catch.
Good communication there. If the outfielder can get to it, usually has a better view of the angle, but Riley was there if needed.
You'd rather have to come in than go back.
I saw a very, very bad collision of a shortstop and right fielder when Coach Praxis and I were playing. We won't talk about that story. It was an inter-squad scrimmage. We had 2 significant injuries because of the way the ball came down.
Madden steps off. Will Mader is at the plate. He's 0 for 2. He struck out swinging in the second inning and flew out to right field in the fourth.
The number 8 batter. Good solid shot deep center field. It's going to go over
Tobin's head.
That'll score 1 run. Mader's going to turn second and think about it. Good job by Tobin getting it in quickly.
RBI double for Mader.
Best hit of the day for the Wildcats, and Mader's first hit of the day. Makes it a 4-3 Abington lead.
The hill actually came into play there out in left center field.
What is the coach out here yakking about now?
It looks like we're going to have some changes here.
The Wildcat.
Maybe a pinch runner.
Yeah, looks like they're bringing a guy in from the bench. That's what they're doing. So Will Mader will go back to the bench. Probably putting a little more speed on second base because he now represents a tying run with 1 out, man on second base.
It is number 12, James Harris.
Harris is a freshman. He, I believe, was the kid who scored the winning run for Archbishop in the Archbishop Williams game.
Of course, Mader is eligible to go back into the field.
Selin warming up for the green wave to keep his arm loose. 1 down. Bottom of 6. Strike 1. Madden on the hill for the green wave, just a freshman. In a semifinal game. How's that for confidence? Madden steps off.
Of course, the thing to remember is he would have been on the mound in one of these games anyway, whether it be Monday, Wednesday, or today.
That's going to be fouled off. It'll bring up, that's strike number 2. with a runner on second base. 0-2 count. Rifle is the bottom of the order. He struck out and reached on a throwing error. Runner leads off second. Strike three.
Got him over the outside corner.
Rings him up looking. Huge strikeout there for Madden with the runner on second. Brings now top of the order. He's the strikeout, flew out to right and walked his last time up.
7 strikeouts now for Steven Madden.
Whew. That was a great pitch.
Riley keeping Harris close to second. Curveball is good for strike one.
Oh, that just rolled off the table. That was beautiful. Two down. 4-3 Green Wave lead in the 6th inning. High ball 1.
John Sellen came in. One of his first appearances this year was in the South Shore League title game against Middleborough. He pitched excellently in relief. This one tagged out to left center. Drifting back, Rogers, and he makes the catch for the out.
Good job of the Green Wave. Keeping their nose to the grindstone there. Fly out to the left ends the inning. So that'll leave the Wildcats with their 2, 3, and 4 hitters coming up in the bottom of the 7th. But not till after the Green Wave will send up their 9, 1, and 2 hitters in the top of the 7th.
1 run on 2 hits, no errors in that half inning. It will be Shea McClellan, the designated hitter, leading off. He's 1 for 2, a single and a strikeout. John Polito, Ryan Tobin. We'll see who takes the mound for the Wildcats. It is Dylan Murphy returning to the hill. Of course, in that first round matchup against Bishop Connolly, we saw the same 2 pitchers get taken out and then later on go back into the game.
Well, now, trailing the game, Wildcats got to put it all out there on the table, whatever it takes to stop the Abington offense and to increase their own offense.
1-run classic here at West Bridgewater Middle Senior High School.
McClellan hit it to the left side the first time up, but of course that was a different pitcher, so we'll see what happens here with Murphy on the mound, the sophomore. But again, we'll give Polito, Tobin, hopefully Siegel gets up, maybe McGuire, get a couple more batters up there, a couple more runs, a little cushion going into the end of the game. Don't like these nail biters.
Winner of this game will face the winner of Cohasset and St. John Paul. Let's check the out-of-town scoreboard.
All right.
All knotted up at 12.
Wow. 12-12, the score of the Cohasset game right now.
Was 12-5 at one point. Cohasset came storming back. Of course, we've seen them a couple of times this year. They've got a phenomenal pitcher.
Selfishly, I'd like to see us play Cohasset because, have the South Shore League well represented and would be a home game for the Green Wave, but happy to go see them at St. John Paul. The clouds are now moving out, and we have almost beautiful blue sky ready to take over here, so perhaps just in time to celebrate the Green Wave victory if we can be optimistic.
And it looks, I could be wrong, but it looks like right across 106 there's an ice cream shop.
There are several on the way here, too. And the Abington dugout. Having a little fun to kind of keep their spirits up.
I'm surprised we haven't seen them do a haka yet.
You never know what you're going to see out of the dugout. Sometimes a lot of teams are pretty calm and subdued, your typical chatter, hey, bad about.
Oh, no. Owen Haggerty, Eddie Riley, and Tom Boyle.
Yep.
Keep those guys going in the dugout.
It's loud. I'm sure Coach Praxelis didn't know what hit him when that crew got together. But let's see now what happens with Shea McClellan up to plate. Top of the 7th with the 1-run lead, 4-3, the Green Wave.
Dylan Murphy back for his second inning of work. Strike one.
We've got five hits for the Green Wave, one from given up by Murphy. More importantly, the run count is what everyone's concerned about. Good swing.
That one actually
Yeah,
knocked the
gets two.
ball loose.
2 for the price of 1 there.
A, is it a game ball, and B, is it in any shape? No, it's not.
0-2 the count.
That'll be a batting practice ball for the years to come.
To the junior, Aiden McClellan. Shea McClellan. High.
Ball one upstairs.
Top of the 7th inning. Green Wave up 4-3. Division 4 South semifinal game.
Believe me, that kills me too. It's 7 for football, 4 for baseball, and 3 for softball.
Yeah.
And that's just what I know off the top of my head.
That pitch was behind him, I think, right there. 2-2. Shea looking to groove one. And he does.
Gets a piece of it.
It's gonna go
Dead
right.
center.
Good stroke, though, but right at the center fielder. We'll bring up Johnny Polito, the shortstop. 1 for 2 with a walk.
Landon Crowley, a good catch out there in center. John Polito has grounded out to second, walked, and singled.
JP's a left-handed batter. Good cut, puts it back to the backstop. Sean Riley and Matt Nelson want to thank you for tuning into this Abington Green Wave baseball. Hi, Mom. Brief stop for a beach ball out in left field, believe it or not. High. Ball 2. The leadoff hitter for the Green Wave and the reliable shortstop. Another one high.
That one off the end of the catcher's mitt to the backstop.
We got 3 balls. What is it, 1 strike?
Pitch from Murphy
Low.
is a low ball 3.
I guess. What am I losing count? Oh, we already had 3. I stand corrected once again. You know, and I did pretty well in math at Abington High. Jeez.
That's good for a strike over the inside corner. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch upcoming for Dylan Murphy.
Murphy winds. Ground ball towards the shortstop. Slow grounder. Scoop. He's
He's just in time.
punches him out at first. That was bang bang.
That was just about as close to a tie as you can get.
At least from our view, anyhow, right? Ryan Tobin steps up. Steve McGuire's in the house. If the microphones didn't pick it up, you recognize the voice.
Brian Tobin,
Outside.
fly out to deep right and 2 strikeouts today.
It's swinging the bat really well. That's the number 2 batter for the Green Wave. Green Wave bench chanting Tobin, Tobin.
They also like to see the South Shore League well represented.
Who's that?
Thus their
Oh,
thus
yeah.
their chant.
Yeah.
letting everybody know what division they hail from.
Tobin division. Very good, very good.
Low and away.
Breeze picked up a little bit here. Nothing that's going to kind of play havoc with a pop fly. Ryan awaits the pitch. Good swing once again.
Strike 2.
Murphy looks for the signal from his catcher. Fouls it back. Does Tobin. Two down here in the top of the 7th inning. Green Wave up 4-3. MIA playoff baseball in the 2021 season.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Ryan Tobin. The pitch from Murphy. Popped him up.
Out back. Will be a foul ball as the sun comes screaming through the clouds now, and I think it's here to stay. Maybe one more fluff to get hide behind.
Two. Over the outside corner, strike 3.
So the Wildcats down to 3 more outs. They need 1 to tie, 2 to win. The Green Wave like to hold on.
4-3, heading to the bottom of the 7th inning. Kurt Heath, Landon Crowley, Dylan Murphy due up for the Wildcats. We're now 8-0 on the year, including their 2 playoff victories. St. John Paul has retaken the lead in that game, 13-12.
My God.
A wild affair up at Mass Maritime.
Both teams huddling with their coaches here with as we approach, we're in the middle of the 7th. And we have the number 2, 3, and 4 batters coming up, Heath Crowley and Dragonetti. Heath scored the first run of the game after he got allegedly hit by a pitch. I'll say, I mean, I don't have a great view, but hit by a pitch and eventually scored in the first inning. Otherwise, he's 1 for 2. Crowley is 1 for 2 with a walk. Dragonetti is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. And the man, Steve Madden, still on the mound for the Green Wave. And
Sellen has warmed up a couple times.
Ready to go if needed, but Madden still looks sharp. Got a left-handed batter to contend with, first up. The sun now beaming into the faces of the Abington faithful out here in right field.
Very large crowd, as you just saw. Great work from our cameraman Liam Murphy today.
Murph, what year are you?
Going into my senior year.
Going into your senior year?
Yep.
All right. Got him for another year. Thank you for doing the camera work.
Of course.
What a busy week for Mr. Murphy. He's been at a couple softball games with us.
Well, it's without volunteers like that, guys who work with the Abington game, it just wouldn't happen. So if you see Murph, give him a little pat on the back. And if you're really nice to him, he might even zoom in on you during the game or something, you know. He controls what you see.
Crowd pretty much lined around the outfield.
West Bridgewater faithful trying to rally their team. Abington infield meeting on the mound. Kurt Heath, the catcher, going to be first up here in the bottom of the 7th. The Green Wave up by 1 run, 4-3. Division 4 South, semifinal game.
Heath is 1 for 2. He was also hit by a pitch. Flew out to Tobin in deep center and doubled as well.
First pitch swinging, strike one. Foul down into the tree line in the left field line. Again, Madden starting off with a strike. He delivers.
Nice. Come on.
Ball
Right.
one up and in.
Good pitch though, tempting, you know, and Heath held off. That's a hard pitch to hit.
This one fouled to the backstop, 1-2 for Steve Madden.
Just about the same height as the previous pitch, but just a little more over the plate. See if Madden can ring him up here in the first at bat of the 7th inning, bottom of the 7th.
Pitcher's mound still in the shade.
Goes high with the fastball, and trying to tease him there. Yeah, I wonder what the batter's seeing with the pitcher in the shadows and everybody behind him in center field is in the bright sun.
O'Donnell's in right. He's got his glove up to shield himself from the beating sun. High ball 3, full count.
Has a little overthrown the last 2 pitches here. Now it's just got to make him swing here in the 3rd.
Payoff pitch from Steve Madden. Lined up the middle, and it's into center field, a base hit.
Tobin plays it perfectly. So there's life on the Wildcat bench with the one runner on. That's the tying run on first base. Crowley going to step up. He walked his last time up after grounding to short and previously singled to the right side.
Middle infield at double play depth.
Now again, let's see if with the number 3 batter here, if we get a little hit and run going here. See if they try to move the runner to scoring position.
Heath is speedy. He stole third earlier in this game.
They try a bunt.
He'll hold.
That's a strike. Yeah, he didn't pull back. That was a high pitch, but the batter didn't take the bat down. Crowley.
We'll see if Merrick. He pump fake down to first there. We'll see if he goes down at any point. If Heath gets a secondary lead, like he did that last pitch. It was about 15 feet.
Bunt up in the air. Gonna go out of play. It'll be strike 2.
Well, can't bunt now.
The sun doesn't appear to be in the eyes of McGuire at first as he's looking to the pitcher. So if they try to pick off, I don't think it's going to be too much of a problem.
Kind of coming in from left to right field.
Yeah. 2 strikes to the batter. Crowley. He's going.
Heath takes off, ground ball to second. Riley picks it up, throws to first, in time for the out.
Crowley
Diving
dives.
attempt by Crowley.
Only play was the first, and Riley did it very wisely. But it moves the runner to second base with 1 out. And John Dragonetti is scheduled to appear.
This should be Dylan Murphy.
Of the as he came in for Dragonetti. Who
No, it is Dragonetti batting. So looks like a designated hitter type of deal.
First pitch swinging, it's a strike. Dragonetti is 0 for 3, as I said, struck out the last 2 times swinging.
It's also grounded to John Polito at short.
One of the senior leaders of this team. 0-1. 1 out. High. Good job by Merrick. Snagging that one. 1-run differential right now. The Green Wave up 4-3 here in the bottom of the 7th. Looking to notch another out and keep the runner on second. High pop fly. Going to be out of play on the left field line. And
Rogers makes the play.
Foul ball, but with a foul or fair, but either way, Rogers hauls it in for the out. Didn't mean to say out of play, sorry.
2 away. Bottom of the 7th inning. Runner on second. Green Wave lead it 4-3. Nathan Raza is the last hope for the Wildcats.
Walked.
He is walked, singled on
To right.
to right, and grounded to short. The direction from Coach Paraxlis. Go get him, Steven.
2 down for the freshman pitcher. And his teammates behind him with a runner on second. A tying run.
High ball 1.
Raza is a junior trying to extend the Wildcat season for at least another inning. Madden trying to shut it down.
Yes, nice pitch. Nope.
That one
High
is
fastball.
just high in inside ball 2-0.
Leslie thought that was a strike.
Meeting at the mound.
2-0. Tyler Praxis going to go to the infield mound. Well, there only is one mound.
We'll check the out-of-town scoreboard. Tied again.
Wow.
13-13. If that game ends before Monday afternoon, the winner of this game will face the winner of that game.
That one was worth the price of admission, apparently.
Cohasset and St. John Paul.
So again,
They're only in the 5th inning. They started at the same time as us. They're
Yeah.
2.5 innings behind us.
it's amazing. Well, with what, 24 runs? Yikes.
26 now.
26, that's right. So Heath, let's set in the table now. Heath is on second base. 2 outs. 1 duck on the pond, but it's a 4-3 Green Wave lead. And the count, I believe, is 2-0 to Raza. The sun is out
From the field,
for the Green Wave right now. There's a shadow over the left side of the infield.
Riley keeping Heath close, and ball 3 high.
Gotta wonder if Madden's getting a little tired now because he's been throwing high the last couple of batters. But he knows it. He'll adjust.
There might be a very, very short leash here.
Yep. Oh, they're going to intentionally walk him.
Puts the force back on.
And Paraxlis is just basically saving another couple of pitches there. And bringing up now Murphy, though, who's 2 for 3. Singles to right center and left center. Also grounded right back to the pitcher his first time up. So forces at first, second, and third will end the game. Pickoff play to second. No throw.
He almost fooled him as Riley was charging back
Yeah,
towards his position at second base. Polito came over.
that's a called play. That would have been an interesting way to end the game.
We've just about seen it all this season. Have not yet seen a walk-off pickoff move.
Murphy.
This one
out
to center. Tobin sizes it up. The Green Wave win.
Good stroke by Murphy, but Tobin was there. And the Green Wave with a 4-3 victory.
Doesn't get any closer than that.
Wow.
Tobin throws the ball out in the direction of the Green Wave fans.
Wesley Riley got the ball. He's going to get an autograph.
Abington will play in the South Sectional Final against the winner of Cohasset and St. John Paul. They're currently tied 13-13. Sean, what a classic.
Hey, you know, kudos to Steve Madden, freshman pitcher, goes the distance against an undefeated team and does a great job. Also, what Aiden had the 2 doubles earlier throughout the game, just huge plays, and then some good defense out in center field, obviously from Tobin, but O'Donnell, a couple of clutch doubles, just fun game. I mean, that was a pretty solid game from Abington, defensively, offensively, right, sticking in it, playing hard every inning.
4-3, the final score from West Bridgewater High School. The Wildcats eliminated. The Green Wave will move on to the South Sectional Final against Cohasset or St. John Paul. I want to thank you for watching this broadcast of Abington Community Access and Media. I want to thank our cameraman one last time, Liam Murphy, for bringing you the sights and sounds from just alongside Route 106 here today. I want to thank my broadcast partner, Sean Riley, coming in at the last minute and saving the poor viewers from listening to just me all game. On behalf of everyone here at Abington Community Access and Media, I'm Mad Dog Matt Nelson. We will see you next game.